Welcome to the first video in my beginner scripting series. In this series, I will take you through the basics and work you up to some advanced concepts. In this video, we are going to be going over the basics of Roblox Studio to get you familiarized with some of the tools you will need.
Roll the intro.
Okay, let's go ahead and open up Roblox Studio. Let's go ahead and create a new base plate. Okay, so the first and probably most important thing you will use in Roblox Studio is the Explorer panel. The Explorer panel is where everything in your game lives, including everything the player sees and all the logic behind the scenes. Within your Explorer panel, you'll notice several tabs. Each tab is known as a service in Roblox. Each service serves its own purpose. For example, the player service stores all the data you'll need for each player that joins your game. We can take a look at the player service by playing the game in Roblox Studio. As you can see here, there's information inside a player object with my name. Here we can see my GUIs, player scripts, and more. Each service is located in something known as an environment. Now the environment has a name and will typically be referred to in programming. The name of the environment in this case is game. Every game on Roblox will have the game environment and all the same default services. The next thing we're going to look at is the properties panel. The properties panel is probably the second most important thing you'll use in Roblox Studio. It allows you to customize the objects you add to your game. Of course, this panel will only let you customize the objects you add through Roblox Studio and not using code. Adding instances using code will be covered more as the series progresses. The properties panel will also be covered more in detail as the series progresses. Moving on to the output panel. The output panel is extremely useful. While it is not a necessary item for you as a developer to use, I would highly recommend using it. The output panel has many functions, most importantly of which is helping you debug your code. It will output any warnings or errors caused by your code, as well as any relevant information. If you just want to add some information to the console, there are two ways you can do this. The first is by creating a warning using the warn function, and the second is using the print function. Next, we move on to the Toolbox panel. While the Toolbox panel is not extremely important, it allows you to search through a wide array of public assets. Models and scripts that you insert into your game from the Toolbox may contain malicious code in them. A good practice when taking an asset from the Toolbox that you do not make is looking through the asset for malicious scripts or code. As you progress through your scripting journey, you should be making more of your own assets, so you will likely use the Toolbox less. There are 3 different types of scripts found on Roblox for you to use. A way to quick insert these different scripts is by going to the Model tab and clicking on the type of script you want to add. The different types are Module script, script, also known as a server script, and a local script. A module script must be required by either a script or a local script and return exactly one value. A script affects the entire server as mentioned before. It is a server-sided script. These should be placed in either server script service or workspace. A local script is a client-sided script. Local scripts should be placed in either starter character scripts or starter player scripts. They can also be used inside of GUIs or tools. That is all for the basics of Roblox Studio. If you want to become more engaged with the community, we have a Roblox group and a Discord server. Both will be linked in the description.